Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So, if you watched the previous two weeks in my planner videos, you'll know that I am behind on sharing these. However, I've been trying to do better in my planner every week. I've been trying to be a little bit more artistic, trying to just not use washi tape in a generic, boring manner. So, with that in mind, this week in my planner, I did not even use any washi tape whatsoever. I only used watercolor. And this has been a new experience for me because I'm not a painter. If you put me in a room with some Beatles music, the right inspiration, and a good model, I can draw pretty well. I'll insert photos for proof. But I'm not a painter, and that was never something, I went to art school, but that was never something I took. So, my ability to paint is really sort of limited to just abstract concepts and, like, blocks and swirls. So that's kind of what I did here. So, seeing it now, I'm going to show you what I used. I ordered this on Etsy before I went to San Francisco. It didn't arrive before I went to San Francisco, which was a bummer, but okay, this is so freaking cool. Let me just give you a pan over. This is a palette of Pureless watercolor paint samples. Now, I've seen videos on here on YouTube about how to make your own kind of travel palette. It's very easy to take with you. It just folds up like this. In comparison to the pages, it's a little bit bigger than my medium-sized planner. And it has this very handy flap in here to keep the colors from mixing over into each other. Let me just flip that over now. So I ordered this off of Etsy, because I've really been wanting to try out the Pureless watercolor. Oh, I totally digress. I'm getting over being sick for like 2 weeks, so just bear with me. I've seen on YouTube videos of how people made their own palettes for the Pureless watercolor pages, and I think it's a fantastic idea. I really wanted to try it myself. But before I commit to buying the colors themselves and buying the samples from the Pureless website, I thought there's got to be someone who has kind of a sample of this that I can do. And lo and behold, I found one. I'm going to go ahead and link the girl's shop in the description box below because this was $10, super affordable. It ended up being like $15 after shipping. She lives in, I think it's Oregon or Washington. It's pretty close by to me. I'm in California. And this is just the perfect little sampler plotter of watercolors to see if this is something I want to do or something I can do. So I'm really excited about this. I've already used it in another application in that book right there, which I'm going to make a separate video about. But yeah, so I thought I would use it in my planner for the week instead of using washi tape. And again, like I said, my painting ability kind of does not extend beyond shapes and swirly lines. So this is not very, I don't know. It's not very artistic, but I love it because I love the colors. So what I did first on this page is I took inspiration from one of my all-time favorite artists, Mark Rothko. I really love his earlier work. Just kind of like a side history lesson about Mark Rothko. If you're unfamiliar with his paintings, he does these block style paintings, and the colors that he uses in his work corresponds with the course of his artistic life and his own kind of like battling his demons and depression and his feelings and his moods. So the lighter the color, the more vibrant the color, the happier he was in life, the darker it was. And there are some ones that are like super, super dark and kind of difficult to discern. Later in his life, when he was depressed, when he was not doing so well, emotionally or mentally. So this one happens to be my favorite. I'll insert a picture of what the piece of art actually looks like. And as you can see, mine's kind of just a crude interpretation, but I really like it. I love how the colors came out. I love yellow and pink together. I think it works really great. It's very sunshiny and pretty, even though we're still in January, so we're not even near spring yet, but I just really love these colors. And for this page, I just opted to go for, I wanted to do contrast, and I really wanted to do like blue and yellow because I think those are, you know, those are obviously two very contrasting colors, but I also wanted to put in some green, and then I ended up putting in a touch of purple as well to kind of create a different variation of this, but in my own interpretation. And it's just so pretty, and it makes me happy to look at. The only thing was, it did leak through on this paper, and if you saw in my week 2 video, this page was originally white like this, but when I painted it bled through. So that's something I have to take into consideration for the future. I may not want to do like a whole page of painting, because this one is going to be, it's bled through the other side as well. So now I kind of have to figure out what I'm going to do here for next week when I decorate that. But you know what? That's a problem I don't mind having, because I think it's so pretty, and it's all just an experiment anyway. I just really want to make my planner look not like a diary, but just like an artistic expression of my time and what's going on in my life. I've been trying to be more positive this year, so this really does work well for me. Excuse me. So yeah, and my week was not as busy. We're only on Thursday right now. My week was not as busy, or at least it doesn't look as busy, and that's because unlike what I did there, I've, for the most part, taken my work schedule out of my main planner, and I've put that in a different planner, which I may show in a different video. I don't know yet. So this is more just personal stuff. Like you can see here, like I have notes from my blog, from editing a book, a few miscellaneous items. My husband started teaching his own class today, or on Monday this week. So the schedule doesn't look as full. Bills I have to pay tomorrow when I get paid. I don't know, I just really like it, and it makes me feel very hopeful for what I'm going to do next week. And I am going to try and get back in the swing of making weekly videos. Probably, they might not always be as informal like as this is. I might show you what I do. I don't really know. It kind of depends on my schedule and what's going on at the time. But I wanted to go ahead and make sure I documented every single week in my planner this year, because it's just a silly little goal that I have. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!